Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Mission Debrief. Today we will be talking about these topics which are currently the Jello becomes 3IC of Navy, Marine advertisement, Orange Juice gets leader of Navy SEALs, Kebab retires making Bear the new Black Ops leader, Air Force 3IC chosen and new head of training, head of events, and Air Force High Command members. Space Commandos becomes a Tier 2 unit. Marsoc tryouts return. Daniel Jones steps down from his positions as Navy SEALs leader. Army in Command shuffle. Interview with Tenstog, which, as we could see, Tenstog is not here. So, Jello recently became the 3IC of Navy. Aplu, do you have any opinion on that?
So I don't know Jello super well, but from what I've seen, he's a pretty good leader, and like he has a lot of experience within Navy. So I think he'll probably do pretty well as 3IC. But obviously, it's like anything can happen with positions like that. So it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out with that.
So, when I've started, I saw Jello as a Imperial Navy where he was basically just Imperial Navy. He was nothing else within Navy, not a Navy High Command. But that the time he left Imperial Navy, he basically became something greater in Navy High Command, which we all think that he'll do great. Wreck Boy, do you have opinions on this?
You see, I personally think I don't know much, like Aplu said, but I think he's gonna do a great job. From what I've been seeing him a lot. He's gonna do a great job from what I've been seeing.
99 Boy, do you wanna tell us your opinion?
I hope that he does good. I wish good luck to him for the future, and I wish he shapes up the branch to be good.
By the way, one thing that Encourage forgot to mention, 99 Boy is here as our special guest. He is the executive director of the RNC and SCP Council. So, welcome to Mission Debrief, 99 Boy.
Thank you. Very nice to be here.
Alright, now we will be moving on to the next topic, which is the Marines advertisement.
We have a short message from our sponsor today. Everyone, please. So a huge thank you to the United Empire Marine Corps for sponsoring this episode of Mission Debrief. Come on, do your whole speech. Come on. Don't be shy.
What's goody, everybody? How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling nice? Good? All good? Yeah? Greetings, members of the Rec Military. My name is 3N2013, but my friends call me Alex. Do you, my friend, believe you have what it takes to become one of the most honorary members in UE? The Marines are not only one of the best branches, not just because of our PvP skills, but because of our wide expansion of amazing opportunities. In Marines, you can become one of the best PvPers for Marines, known for Marsoc in JCC. Show your true skills, come on now, and you can be one of the best PvPers in Marines. We also have this amazing division known as the Marine Corps Security Division, which I am currently leader, where we are able to guard one of the most promising and most important people in UE, not just in RM, but in UE wide. We also have a bunch of also really cool, we have a really nice war training map which is an oil rig. If you're a Marines, you would know how it really is. Our builders have done a really good job in that place. Overall, if you really think you have what it takes and you want to expand more into RM, join Marines. Thank you.
All right, thank you 3M 2013 for that wonderful message. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Alright, so Orange Juice currently gets leader of Navy SEALs right after Daniel Jones steps down from his position as the longest leading Navy SEALs leader and chief of Navy SEALs. I mean Navy. Alright. So recently the Daniel Jones did very good leading Navy SEALs for the past couple months of leading Navy SEALs and Navy. Some people normally lose their leadership position once they become a chief, but somehow Daniel Jones managed to keep his position as chief and Navy SEALs leader. And he's done great in the past, but it's sad to see him step down from his position. And we hope he's doing good as the Chief of Navy.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, he is doing an amazing job of Chief of Naval Operations, and he also did a very good job when he was Navy SEALs leader. Like Encourage said, it is sad to see such an amazing leader move on from Navy SEALs, but Orange Juice is also doing a great job so far as the new leader.
Record Boy, do you have any opinions on this topic?
Like you said, it's sad to see Daniel step down from his leadership as Navy SEALs leader, but like you said, doing very good in naval operations. Very nice, very good. He's a really good leader, what I've been seeing. And also OJ, he's doing a great job. I know him really well. He's been doing a lot of good things in JSFC. He's been changing things. He's been really nice in Navy. Really chill guy. He's a really nice leader.
99 Boy, do you have an opinion?
Very sad to see Daniel leave Naval Operations Leader, but I do wish him luck in the future. I don't know why he left, but I do wish him luck. But Orange Juice, I feel like he's gonna do a good job into leading Navy SEALs to be a good unit and collaborate with JSFC and the leaders to help it grow and expand.
Alright, now moving on to our next topic. Kebab retires, making Bear the new Black Ops leader. So Kebab recently done very great leading JSFC Black Ops for a while now, but it's sad to see him retire out of nowhere after he led Black Ops. But now recently we gotten a new leader named Bear who's doing very good leading Black Ops. So yeah. Aplu, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, Kebab was, like, as you said, an amazing leader for Black Ops. He did a great job ensuring that they were active and skilled and had a lot of events going on. He was also going to be a podcast host. Well, he was a podcast host right before he retired. So that's unfortunate that he left us, but I wish him luck in his future stuff, in his retirement.
So, Wrecked
Wrecked Boy
Boy, do you
99
have
Boy, do you
anything?
guys have anything to say?
It's just very sad to see him go. I didn't expect him to retire. It came out of nowhere. He was great leader. He was a great leader. He had really great leadership. In he was a professor like me and Encourage. Really nice guy. Got to talk to him for a while. Got to meet him. Got to talk to him. We were really good friends. And then he just retired. It got me out of nowhere. It made me really sad.
Yeah, it did come like out of nowhere. I don't think anybody saw his retirement coming.
Mm,
Alright, 99 Boy, do you have an opinion or anything else to
Um,
say?
yeah. So I know Kebab was the leader of Black Ops for a bit. I got to know the guy. He was really nice. We scheduled some joints together. With my unit and his. He's overall a really nice person. Um, I do know that he retired and went to IL Imperial Legion. I do respect that, and whatever he wants to do in UE, he can do. And Bear is really nice too. I got to meet him and some of his members in Black Ops. It's just I hope that he makes Black Ops great again, and in the future he I don't know rises to go to other positions, or maybe I don't know he'll retire and go to IL.
Alright, now moving on to our next topic. Air Force 3IC chosen and new head of training, head of events, and Air Force High Command members. So, recently, a new 3IC named Carter has been elected, who's also the SAS assistant leader and the ex Air Force head of events. Following up on that, me as head of training of Air Force been selected for that position. Liam has been selected for head of events, and a few other members have been selected for high command. So I believe these people are will do good, and that I believe Carter is a good 3IC, or will be a good 3IC of Air Force. And yeah, he will be better than the last one at least. And recently, our head of events named Liam was very active, so that's one of the main reasons he's been chosen for head of events. He was very active and hosting events for Air Force a lot. So yeah, Aplu, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, so first off, since you're here, congratulations on uh, on your position, and as well as congratulations to the other people like Carter and Liam. Uh, Congratulations to you guys if you're watching this episode. Um, but yeah, I don't know Carter or Liam very well, so I can't really say much about them, but I'm sure they will do well in their positions, and I know Encourage will do well as head of training.
Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, that we've also chosen a new propaganda head of propaganda for Air Force after the Air Force head of propaganda left, and that is also SAS Ramen. He's recently been picked for head of propaganda of Air Force after Sanders went to, well, Sanders, the ex-SAS DO, went to Space Commandos and Space Force. Apple, do you want to add to that part?
Uh, yeah, I have seen ramen stuff. It's pretty high quality, so I trust he'll do well as Air Force's HOP. And it's kind of funny because when Sanders left Air Force HOP, he immediately became Space Force's head of propaganda. Like within minutes of him joining, he became head of propaganda for Space Force. So that's kind of funny. Um, yeah. I based off of what I've seen of their propaganda, I know they will both do quite well in those positions. But what do you guys think?
So circling back to what you said, Aplu, I've seen ramen stuff, really good, high quality. I've seen it, looks really nice. Also, it was a big impact circling back when Crazy retired. It was a big impact for Air Force since he retired from his chief of aerial operations. And for all the new high command members, congratulations to them, and so do you encourage congratulations. Um, it was it was a big impact, and they chose a great 3IC. I have seen him. He's doing really good in Air Force, and even Carter. I remember when he was in SA, when he was SASDO, he was really nice, chill. I got to talk to him for a while. Really nice, great leadership. I think he's gonna do really well.
99 boy, do you want to talk about this? Or
Um, to be honest, I don't really know much about like new HCs being chosen because I do main SCP, so I'll just keep out of this one.
Alright, now moving on to our next topic. Space Commandos becomes a Tier 2 unit within JSFC. So recently, Space Commandos became the Tier 2 unit, well, the next Tier 2 unit for their hard work, skill, and dedication the members put in through the unit. And they've been doing great so far. And the current leader for the unit is King Joker Royale, which is known as just King Joker. He's also been the Marsoc leader temporarily before. Aplu, do you want to add anything to that?
So yeah, I've seen the hard work that Space Commandos has put in firsthand. I've seen them on map and in war trainings and all that stuff, and they have just been working like incredibly hard. They absolutely deserve to be moved tier 2, and uh like they 100% deserve uh their tier promotion. Like it's a big accomplishment, and they absolutely fought for it every step of the way.
Alright, Wrecked Boy and 99 Boy, what do you guys have to say about this part?
So Space Commandos, going back to what Aplu said, they've been working really hard, especially in JSFC and war trainings and other events. I've seen them do really well. They deserve it as much as possible, and even their unit leader, King Joker. When he was temporary leader for Marsoc, he did really well, really well. And as a Marsoc operative or DO, he was just really outstanding leader. And I have a feeling, or I know that he's going to do an awesome job as Space Commandos leader. I think Tense chose him as leader because he's a really good guy. He has great leadership opportunities, and yeah, he's a really nice guy. They've been working really hard.
Alright, 99 Boy, do you want to talk about this topic, or do you want to leave out of this one?
So fine. I'm happy for Space Commandos because the tier promotion can be great. I know this doesn't happen a lot in Special Forces, so that's is really rare that units get tier promotions, and I do believe that they deserve this due to all the hard work, all the good leadership, and overall just the dedication and loyalty put into this unit. It's gonna be shaped to be a really good unit in the future, and is currently now. But yeah, nothing else. Nothing else.
Alright, now moving on to the next topic. Marthok tryouts returned. Alright, so as mentioned before, Marthok tryouts returned, making King Joker the temporary leader of Marthok, and then after he became the temporary leader, a bunch of other people have been chosen for senior, DO, and an assistant leader. And then,
And also, there's a new permanent leader as well, in the form of Big Dog.
yep, we think he's done well leading Space Commandos and MARSOC at the same time. So, yeah, that's what I have to say. Blue, do you have anything you would like to mention?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly exciting to see Marsoc reopen after it had been closed for a long time. And I think King Joker did an incredible job leading two units at once. Because like leading one unit is already pretty difficult, but to lead two is extraordinarily impressive. So, hats off to Joker for being able to do that. And congratulations to the Operative Super Chosen for the new leadership of Marsoc. I've seen that they have been doing incredibly well in their positions. Boy, I know you were one of the people who were selected for Marsoc HC as DO, correct?
Yes, yes, I was.
Well, congratulations. Do you want to talk about that?
It was very unexpected, but then like when I figured it out, I've been doing a lot of things for MARSOC, been helping out as much as I can. I've been trying to dedicate to Marines and Special Forces as much as possible just to help out our RM as a whole. But when I got selected, I knew, well, he picked me for a reason. I had qualities, possible leadership qualities that, maybe not many people would know about. And and people think that I've been doing a great job, and I agree with that. I've been doing a pretty good job as DO, making sure operatives are doing well, mature, and everything's just going well. But then also, um, with the new leadership for Marsoc, Big Dog, exceptionally well. Very good leader. I have my trust in him. He's doing really well. I think he's going to be probably a great leader for Marsoc for the time being, or probably even permanent for a long, long time. And including our assistant leader, he's doing really well as well. And yeah.
Alright, now moving on to 99 Boy. Do you have anything to say? Or do you want to leave out?
I'm happy that Marsoc reopened, and I do wish that, like, I'm happy for all the new people that were picked for leadership positions. Like, congratulations, Rectoboy, for getting your positions in Marsoc.
Mhm.
And also excited to see what like this unit can become in the future and shape up to be. So I'm really excited to watch it grow.
Alright, now moving on to the next topic, which is Daniel Jones stepping down from his position as Navy SEALs leader. Alright, so as mentioned before, Orange Juice currently became the new leader, and right after Daniel Jones stepped down, that kind of caused a huge impact, leaving us shocked that Daniel Jones, after he served a while inside of JSFC as the Navy SEALs leader and the Chief of Operations, he served a while, and that's what kind of shocked all of us after he stepped down from Navy SEALs leader. A lot of us were sad to see him go, but unfortunately he wanted to. That was his choice. Alright, Aplu, do you want to talk about the next?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything to say about Daniel stepping down that I didn't already say before, but he was a great leader for Navy SEALs, and it's very unfortunate to see him step down.
Rex Boy, do you have anything to say?
Said again by a blue. I don't have anything to say about that. It's just really sad to see him go. Um, he was just a great leader for Navy SEALs. You know, I didn't think he'd step down as a leader, but I guess things just got too overwhelming for him in Special Forces, so he just had to step down.
99 Boy, do you have anything to say?
Well, to Daniel Jones, I'm not sure what the reason is because why he retired, but I wish him good luck in like his the rest of his future. Um, I also want to say congratulations to the person that took his position. But Daniel Jones was a great leader. I didn't really get to meet him, but I've heard from all of you guys and others that he was like a good leader, and it is unfortunate that he retired. But I hope that like the new leaders that were chosen can kind of like fill in his shoes that today, you know, can like fill in his shoes today.
Alright, so is that all everyone has to say for this topic? Alright, now moving on to our next topic. Army in Command Shuffle, which currently Leo becomes the 2IC, I believe. Alright, so let me pull up the info board really quick. So recently Leo becomes the 2IC of Army, leaving Lone the temporarily Chief of Staff of Army, and Vihali currently became the 3IC. Army Advisor goes to Radman. Green Berets leader was always Mick. Head of Events currently became Republic. Head of Training, Professor Dendem. Head of Propaganda, Professor Bear. Head of Building Team for Army, Republic. So recently, yeah. Alright, so recently Army High Command had a shuffle, making Lone the temporary chief until Leo gets 2IC of it. Well, no, until Leo is ready. Sorry for that stutter. Until Leo's ready for leading his branch as the chief. And recently Vihali became the 3IC. And now that Vihali's 3IC, we unfortunately do not have him here today because he is currently hiking in the woods. Yeah. Apple, do you want to add anything to that part?
Yeah, I mean, it was very sudden when Shepard and Random Boy got banned, so it was kind of a mad scramble to get like army leadership back in place. And it's kind of crazy to see Lone running two branches at once, uh, since he's the temporary chief of staff of army as well as the chief of staff of military police. Um, like that's not something you see every day. So it's very interesting to see that. And then as for Leo being the 2IC of Army and Holly being the 3IC, both of them have showed incredible leadership skills in the past. Holly with special forces, and Leo with support team and other stuff that he's done with like what GB. Um, so yeah, I think both of them will do very well in as the new army in commands.
Wrecked Boy and 99, do you have anything to say?
It's just very extraordinary that Alone is leading two branches at once. Like that's not something you see every day. You know, that just proves that he has really great leadership opportunities or leadership qualities. And even being a senator, very good leadership across the empire and RM, you know. And then as for Leo, great leadership and support team as well. I think he deserves his position as well as Lone and even V Holly. They all deserve their positions, and even in high command, they all deserve it. Congratulations to them all. Um, and Holly, like you said, great leadership in special forces as chief of staff of special forces, and 2IC of Leo, great support team qualities. Um, Overall, great leaders. I've seen a lot of them from them. Although I haven't seen Lone that much anymore. I only see him often. I only seen him a few times. But but from what I've heard about him, he's been doing really good. And all three of them, they've been doing really good, including high command members. Yeah. But then also, it was a big impact when Shepard and Random Boy got banned. It was a huge impact, big shuffle. They had to get Army High Command fast before, things bad could have happened. But they chose great people, really great people for the
Luckily,
positions.
the entire branch didn't collapse in the short time that there weren't really any leaders in army.
Yeah.
Alright, 99 Boy, what do you have to say about this?
All I got from you guys is Lone is leading two branches at once. Damn. I mean, all I have to say about that is like that takes a lot of dedication to the United Empire and his branches. And overall, I do think he's a great leader and he's going to do good. It's just I wish I hope that he has enough time and distributes his time well among and the two branches, and he shapes it to be good.
Alright, now I would like to thank everyone for watching, and we will see you on another episode of Mission Debrief.